Big jubilation. Simon Ekpa plead not guilty of the charges as prosecuting lawyer Disapear made himself absent in today's appeal. My dear listeners, this is one thing that in fact got my mind open after knowing that Simon Ekpa pleaded not guilty of the allegation. What can be more interesting and more sweeter than this, my dear listeners? In fact, I am impressed. Well, yesterday, being 15th of September, I dropped a video where Simon Ekpa was invited by the appeal court judges for a pre-hearing, which was recorded and used for today's appeal hearing. If you have not really watched that very video, please quickly go and watch it before you begin with today's video, which began with Simon Ekpa's appeal hearing. Today's appeal hearing was in fact a success. Simon Ekpa's lawyer appeared in the appeal court live with Simon Ekpa, but having gone to the appeal hearing today, being 16th of September, he asked Simon Ekpa to stay behind, to stay at the reception, while he went straight to the judges at the appeal court. So going there, the judges, they saw him and they demanded for his client, Simon Ekpa, just like they did yesterday. And the lawyer said, yes, my client is with me, but is at the waiting room. But where is the prosecutor lawyer? That is Hankala, Samsa Hankala by name. I've said it before. So they said that Samsa Hankala has made himself absent. He said he cannot come physically, but he would like to follow up the case online. Wow, this is so crazy and very, very suspicious. So Simon Ekpa's lawyer now, Gomaris, became skeptical and started wondering why. He was asking the judges, and they said you should not worry, that everything that will be discussed here will still be like someone that is here. So he promised to follow up and do the needful. Okay, so Simon Ekman's lawyer Gomaris said, I would have preferred he comes physical because I also came with my client Simon Ekman to make everything very clear so that we will speak as legal practitioners, and the judges who have to put Samsa Hankala online said all of this to him, and Samsa Hankala replied saying that he promised to speak up as if he is physical, that everything should be done on Zoom. Okay, they started. So Simon Ekpa's lawyer Gomaris now demanded from the appeal court judges if he can go and bring his client to join this very section, and they said no, that he can wait, that they will ask for him when they will need him. Okay, that let's speak like legal practitioners first before they bring him. Okay, so they started the negotiation and the discussion, and believe me, it was a comprehensive one. So, but before they started the discussion, the appeal court judges, as they normally do, asked a question to Samsa Hankala, the prosecuting lawyer. They asked him, okay, Samsa Hankala, do you promise to say everything before the courts as regarded these documents that is being submitted by you? He responded and said, yes, I do, I will. So they sent him the document online, which he responded by signing and sent it back. It took over 15 minutes before that very document was was completed, things online. That is how it is. So they did the same to Simon Ekpa's lawyer Gumaris, and Gumaris also responded, yes, I do. They gave him documents. In 1 minute, he signed it and submitted. Then the discussion started exactly around 11 a.m. this morning, and they started the discussion, and the prosecuting lawyer Samsa Hankala started by demanding to ask a question to Simon Ekman's lawyer Gumaris. Okay, he said, "Can I ask you a question, Gumaris?" Gumaris said, "Okay, you can ask." So he said, "Are you sure? Are you very, very, very sure that your client Simon Ekpa is not guilty of the crime? Let's put legality aside and face God and be religious and search our heart and be sincere to ourselves, truthfully. Okay? Are you very sure that your client Simon Ekpa is guilty? Is not guilty?" And you need to see the amazing response given to Samsa Hankala, the prosecutor. Simon Ekpa's lawyer, Gumaris, in response to Samsa Hankala, told him, "See, if you want us to speak about this very case in a religious way, then we should go to church. That is where we will speak it religiously. But as it is now, we are in court, so we should speak like legal practitioners. So, as a legal practitioner representing my client, Simon Ekpa, I am 100% sure that my client, Simon Ekpa, is innocent." That was the answer Gumaris gave to Samsa Ankala, the prosecutor. And Samsa Ankala, the prosecutor, replied by saying, "This response of yours is comprehensive and very, very complex." You can see. So immediately, Simon Ekman's lawyer, Gumaris, said, "This is the reason why I demanded that it is important that you come physically at the appeal. Let's talk this over. Doing it online will not help matters." Well, after all said and done, you won't believe that Simon Ekman's lawyer, Gumaris, was able to speak up all that transpired at the district court, and the politics played to deny Simon Ekman his release. With those documents submitted yesterday and with all the recordings did at the pre-trial, to God be the glory, Simon Ekman and his lawyer were present. That's why I said, if you have not listened to that very video, please go and listen, because it has a lot to do with Simon Ekman's victory today. Those recordings were played before Samsa Hankala, the prosecutor, while he was on Zoom. And Samsa Hankala, who listened to all of this, was perplexed. And after he finished listening to these very recordings and Simon Ekman's testimony yesterday, he said to himself that all these were not presented at the district court. And Gumari said, "Yes, that is because you did not give the permission for that. These are some of the information that would have vindicated Simon Ekpa, which you people conspired and denied him of it being presented." So believe me, my dear listeners, that very fact alone gave Simon Ekpa a victory today. And as it is now, as I'm talking to you, Simon Ekpa has recorded one win in the appeal court today. I want to tell you that the lawyer say no other conversation apart from the one that has just been revealed, and apart from the one that has just been said. What the court has placed as judgment, I can only tell you my own personal observation, which is no legal, and it's not binding. The talk say we don't want your own personal view, but rather they want they want the court's own opinion and the court's own um, final declaration. And what the court gave as their own final declaration was that with all gathered, both in file recordings and in documents, starting from yesterday and today, that Simon Ekpa pleaded not guilty of the allegation. And that is what gave Ekpa a victory today in the appeal court. So, presenting a document to the legal team today was a victory, as Ekpa is picked a victor. So I don't know what you are still waiting for, my dear listeners, to celebrate Simon Ekpa today, because to me, I would say it is a big win. And yesterday pre-trial was a testimony to today's victory, because if Simon Ekpa hasn't been able to come to yesterday pre-trial, what would have happened today? There wouldn't have been a recording to play for Samson Ankala, the prosecutor, and he himself was very shocked to know that something of this kind happened. You see that? So please, my dear listeners, I would like everyone to follow up this very appeal, as Simon Ekpa's appeal hearings has just started today, and he recorded a big win today. So please, let's everyone lay a hand on it, have a copy of it, and please follow up. Thank you. This is the Lord TV.